Howdy everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Faab Five campaign here on the Random Rhapsody Network. As always, we are live streaming our sessions on twitch.tv first, and then we'll be uploading the episodes to YouTube and podcast 1 week later. If you enjoy what you see here, feel free to follow us here on Twitch, subscribe to us on YouTube, and you can check us out on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV or on Twitter as @random_rhapsody. So, when we were last with our intrepid band of adventurers, the Faab Five had been investigating a group of cultists known as the Cult of the Dreamer on behalf of the Erudite Conclave, an organization of historians and lore masters located throughout Loroupa. Tasked with a mission to locate a figure known only as the Dream Witness, the Faab Five had traveled to the port city of Laverin, where they believe initiates for the cult were being sent to meet this witness before becoming full members. The Faab Five had infiltrated the compound of a high-ranking cultist by posing as guests of the masquerade ball he was throwing, and managed to not only discover where the initiates were being taken to, but also managed to kill the cultist's Lamia partner as well. After fleeing the ball, with their hard-won information, the Faab Five struck out towards the location in the hopes of setting up an ambush for the cult when they inevitably brought the initiates before the Dream Witness. Following an ancient trail leading eastward, the party eventually found the lake they believed they were seeking. Over the course of the evening, the group investigated the shore around the lake, searched for traces of any lingering magical effects they could find, and even rowed out onto the lake itself in an effort to confirm the island's existence. Hey there, Diggs BTW. Thanks for tuning in. Fortunately for the group, Eloise had cast water walking on not only the party, but the horses as well. So it wasn't too difficult for them to confirm. Once back ashore, Apollyon dug out a maze of trenches utilizing his impressive digging skills and even created a series of stakes out of a dead tree. Eloise cast hallucinatory terrain to hide the trap, and the party eventually settled in for what proved to be a quiet and uneventful evening. The next morning, the group spread out for a bit and spent the day hiding among the hills and inside their illusion-hidden trench, but alas, neither boat nor caravan came toward the lake. And as the day passed rather peacefully, the Faab Five began to get a bit more frustrated. They eventually decided, once again, to set out towards the island, this time using the setting sun for cover for their approach. As the darkness descended, the Faab Five began to see signs of life out on the island, as it began to glow with a warm light that pierced through the darkness. And so, Faab Five, you had stealthily approached the island and kept yourselves to the shadows behind the ruins of an ancient stone building toward the southwestern side of the island. As you scouted around for a bit, you discovered the ruins of several more stone buildings connected on the northern and eastern sides by a wall of about 9 feet high at its highest places, but also broken inward in several places, leaving gaps in the wall. You are beginning to get the impression, now that you're all looking at this, that these are not self-built buildings at all, but instead you are at the edge of ruins of what must have been a small stone fort hidden at the center of the lake. The building most of you are hiding behind has a few broken windows and a couple places where the walls are broken, giving you a clear view of the mildewed straw beds and moldy blankets that line the floor of the building. The walls themselves are about 8 feet high, and you can see that part of the roof is missing in several places, and what remains there is little more than broken beams and thatch. The building to the northwest is what Jareth is currently perched upon, and it has no roof whatsoever. But that's not currently what's occupying the owl's attention right now. What is occupying the owl's gaze is the 10-foot-tall stone obelisk in the center of the courtyard. It seems to be four-sided, fat at its base, but tapering off into a point as it rises upward. The owl can see strange markings and carvings on the stone, but is currently unable to make out what they depict. A great bonfire has been built around the obelisk, casting the entire courtyard in a bright orange glow. You can see 8 individuals circling the bonfire, and their attention seems entirely upon the stone spire. All 8 of them appear to be humanoid in shape and height, the shortest maybe around 5 foot range, and the tallest probably around 6. It's hard to make out the details because each of them are dressed in similar drab gray robes, dingy and dirty things with mended holes and patches, with their hoods pulled up on pretty much all of their heads. In the dim light, you can see that at least one of the worshippers has an odd-colored skin, and Jareth should be able to see that the worshipper who is at the far northern part has its hood pulled back, revealing it to be a human woman with pale skin and long black hair, which is muddied and tangled in a mop behind her head. She, like the rest, are oscillating in that same fashion, kind of weaving with their heads bowed and their arms up, while they're muttering a strange, hollowing chant. It's hard to get a good look at all of them from your hiding places, but you can definitely hear each of the cultists all echoing the same chant as one. Now, as you all crouch there, getting a good lay of the land, a question comes to each of your minds. That question is, what are your character's core moral beliefs? Which is an interesting question, given where we currently are. So, Apollyon, since you're the one who rolled, what is your core moral belief?
Well, I'd have to say, I like to use the hard times in my past to motivate me today. Always looking forward, always trying to do better. And no matter who you are, being kind is the easiest thing you can do, and among the most important. I like to think that anybody, regardless of their culture or background or race or gender or anything else, can succeed in this world if you believe in yourself.
Well said, Apollyon. Well said. Veil, how about you?
Well, Bear doesn't really have morals as most people do. At least his differ a lot. His core moral beliefs are to continuously gain knowledge for himself and for his benefit, and not to be tolerant of anyone else's ideas. But the silver lining of that is he's always willing to help out a situation and gain control of a situation benefiting the party as long as it benefits himself.
Convoluted as always. I love it, Veil. Liam, how about you?
I'd have to say, probably the quick and the strong are the ones who survive in this world. They get what they want because they take what they want because no one can stop them. Other than that, lately I've become to understand that those with friends may stand a better chance as well.
Okay, I like it. Eloise, how about you?
I grew up well, kind of alone in the middle of the forest, really. And the only world I knew was one where everything lived in harmony with each other. And yes, there was, you know, some death, but nothing that was malicious. And now in the world, well, there's so much that's just hurting everyone and everything, and I want to protect it.
Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. Blood from a stone. What's your moral belief?
Well, I mean, I suppose I've always believed that people should have a right to be themselves and live their own lives. And having others that want to lord their own belief structure over them, kind of wrong. I didn't do so well in the syndicate very well, and I definitely don't want to have these fucking dreamers lording things over me, especially since my people believe that their leader brought us here as slaves. So I think just maybe breaking chains of slavery and bondage. It's kind of the thing I've been doing so far.
Okay. I like it. So, Faab Five, as all of you are settling into your spots, getting yourselves ready, you had said at the end of last session that you wanted to hop out and immediately attack. Is that what you guys are going to do, Faab Five?
I mean, seems like it's,
Yes.
yeah, attack is just, you gotta do it. Seems like
Strike
with the
now,
strategy
fucking
where
do
you have to strike hard and fast.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, Faab Five, roll for initiative.
You know I'm always ready.
Put it on your character.
We didn't have to do it in your one shot there.
Yeah, which means it's been 3 weeks since we've rolled initiative.
23.
17.
Ooh, digging the music.
Vale got a 6, and Jareth got a 3.
Liam got a 7.
So how again? Does it get we good? Oh, look at Eloise! You know what I always love, because I got a character that's got a low -1 dex. You crit, and you're still not first.
Yeah,
It's insane.
it's awesome. Truly is awesome.
Oh, I didn't click my token like a noob, sorry.
What'd you get?
17.
Yeah. 17, thank you. Just gotta do Tomas.
Matt, have you heard of Hylung?
High Rung? No, I don't think I have.
They're a Norse band that does a bunch of like Norse poetry and chanting and music. That's really cool. Probably look for some inspiration for some chanting cultists.
Ooh, that's not good. I'll have to look into that. Thanks. Text me that later. Okay, so You guys have said that you want to take a sneak attack round. Initiative is rolled, and the way we do our sneak attack rounds is basically I give them all their turn. I leave the enemies out of the first round, and second round everything starts up again the way it should. So, Blood from a Stone, what you doing, buddy?
Yeah, well, I gotta peek my little head out so I can see what I'm seeing. And I'm just seeing a bunch of cultists. And I guess, do I see the one that's different, or am I just seeing
the one that
pretty much covered in robes?
They're all pretty much covered in robes. When you had rolled the last session, you had seen that this one here has a bit of an oddish skin color. It was hard to tell because with shadows, but it seemed odd and out of place.
All right. Well, yeah, I suppose we'll go for the gusto and take a shot at that one. We're going.
He's such a racist. He goes for the only one that's different.
Well, it's fuck you. He's a black cat. Yeah, we're just gonna shoot the whole board. Go sharpshooter, blazing bowstring. See what we can get.
Do it.
18.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. And since it's a surprise round, it's an auto crit for my cute little kitty cat.
I suppose it is.
So that's 23 with the fire, sharpshooter, and sneak. And then the 10 piercing, 12, so it's 24 on the piercing and force, and then 46 for the fire, sharpshooter, so yes.
So what was the total on that?
Well, it's 20, or 30, let's see, it's 33, 35, so 70 total.
It literally didn't matter. Yeah.
How are you doing 70 damage?
Because he gets assassinate, and it's
auto crit.
Oh, God.
He's a fucking murderer. What?
Of course this thing didn't have 70 hit points. Are you kidding me? Yeah, so.
Oh, yeah, so he shot that one.
You peek out, aim your little bow, take your shot. The energy mingled with flames just goes shooting up, down, thunk, right through the guy's head, and he just drops like a stone. Absolutely dead.
I guess, should I do movement as part of this, or just do the shot?
What do you mean?
I was going to have him duck into here, like, after he shot, but I could just have him back here, and then with the first actual full round, then I'll do movement and stuff like that.
It's up to you.
It is a sneak attack, so yeah,
it's a sneak attack, right? Yeah.
So he'll just stay there.
Okay. Eloise, you're oddly enough second in the order. What are you going to do?
Holy moly, I am going to peek out here just so I can kind of see what's up. And I'm going to cast Sleet Storm centered on the obelisk.
Okay, Sleet Storm. Interesting. What is the range on that? Or radius?
150 feet,
Well,
and it is a 40-foot radius.
Okay, let's see if I can find something that looks icy. Yes, I can. Okay. Okay, so that is a 40-foot radius. Goddamn.
Would that transfer into the buildings too, or
Yeah.
is it?
Well, if you didn't have a roof, but it's 80 feet total. Did you want to center it there, or did you want to put it so they're at the edge of it?
Well, it's a 40-foot radius.
Yeah, so it's 80 total.
Yeah, so it's 40.
80
Yeah,
feet total.
I was thinking about sneaking into a building, and it's like, well, if it's gonna be ice sleet storm, I don't know if I'm gonna sneak in there now.
We had fun with the sleet storm the last time, so.
Okay, so that right there is centered. Is that what you're wanting to do, Eloise?
Yeah, actually, that looks good.
Yeah, I like how that looks, so I'm gonna go with that. And then And then for the rest of my turn, I'm gonna run over to this side, and Matt, as a bonus action, can I take my epitaph and take it off and put it on Liam?
You're just taking it off and putting it on him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd allow
Cool.
that.
Then I'll do that as my bonus action.
Okay. So you scurry across the open area of the wall, get behind Liam, take off your epitaph, and push kind of... He's got that big paper hat, so you probably have to lift the hat off his head and then slip the chain around his neck, or are you taking it off and slipping it around his neck? I don't know, whatever. But it's up to you. But sure enough, you get that thing right around his head, and he is now wearing your epitaph. What is your epitaph again?
You said it's 1d6 of healing a day.
Okay, so yeah, if you use it, you can be healed for 1d6 hit points. That's right. Okay. I remember now. Yep. So that's it for Eloise. A giant, just huge 40-foot radius of ice just appears. A storm billows up overhead, and suddenly sleet goes just flying down, pelting everything. The fire in the center of this thing just snuffs out like that. And so I'm going to go ahead and move that a bit. So give me 1 second here.
Can Blood do a roll of perception to see if Liam's blushing?
Sure, I'll allow it.
Oh, God, I hope it's a good one. 18!
Yeah, you're definitely seeing a little blushing.
Aww. You gotta file that away for later.
Okay, so I need to have all of them. Let's see. It's going to be a pain in the ass. Every single one of them has to suddenly make a dexterity saving throw. So.
They just make them as a group, or the druids as a group. Just be easier on yourself.
Yeah, they're all different things.
Well, then you kind of fucked yourself there.
Eh.
Well, let's hope they all fail. That's all that matters. Nothing but faith.
Yeah, so far I'm liking all these dex saves they got.
I thought your DC would have been higher than 15, Eloise.
Nope.
Come on, it'll get higher as we go.
Yep.
That's pretty good for our level.
I was gonna say, as soon as we level up,
I
it'll
didn't know
be
if she
higher.
was max. If
Our level 12 characters only had like 17s and 18s.
Mine's 21.
Your spell save DC was 21 on Neris?
I got a fucking item that does it. He let me have it.
Okay. Okay. So, every single one of them but one just suddenly slips out, their feet out from under them. They fall on their ass and land on their back, and it's just like, knocking the wind out of several of them. Ugh.
The girl.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, I was hoping the thing I killed was this Warlock of the Great Old.
Nice shot, Eloise.
Okay. After that, we come to Tomas. He is going, moves up towards the side of the building there, and he. Let's see, what is he doing? Ooh, here we go. He's going to go ahead and cast Silence. And just because he can, let me see, make sure he has this. Oh no, he does not have Twin Spell. I forgot. That's okay. Never mind. He'll not do that, but he is still casting Silence, so I'm going to need to put out a 20-foot cube that, or 20-foot radius sphere there.
I don't think he would have been. If you were going to want to twin Silence, I don't think he can, because it's got to be spells that are tackling a single
Yeah, that's
person.
true. That is true.
It'd be sweet, though.
It'd have been funny at least.
Of course, I'm afraid of what he'd be twinning and who he'd be attacking with that. I guess maybe not all of them could fit in a 20-foot square, or 20-foot radius then, maybe.
No, I can really only get 2 of them, but he is going to go ahead and do this, hitting the one with the hood back and the one next to it. So, that means I need the 2 of them to do a... What is it? Okay, yeah, that's it. So he looks out there, points, and kind of snaps his fingers, and you see this little shimmer dome go around the 2 of these individuals right here. The one, like I said, with the hood back, and the one to their immediate left.
That's a 20-foot radius, so that's 40 feet total.
Oh, that... You know what? Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Maybe center on the obelisk, he might get more.
Yeah, 5, 10...
Be a dome within a storm. Would it protect them from the storm, though?
No, it's just silence. It's literally just they can't
Okay, yeah.
speak.
What do you
Well, I
think
know
would protect it from thunder damage? Or,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Because the way you described it's like a dome, and in my own head, I inferred things about it that's not real.
Yeah, all it is you just see this shimmery circle appear
It's like
right over
darkness,
there.
it's
Yeah,
just,
it's they can't speak while they're in there. So on their turn, they can't cast spells. So that's it. So that's his action. Yeah, he doesn't need to do anything. Yeah, he doesn't need to do anything else. That's it for him. Good enough turn. Apollyon, you're next up.
Alright, well, I'm going to move up because I can't see anything that's going on right now. Move up behind Tomas. Alright, I'm going to step out of this pillar here. And these guys are immune to thunder damage, but not lightning damage, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Alright, I'm going to use my Javelin of Lightning and activate its ability and hurl it in a straight line.
Okay, let me give you a straight line then.
Let me just read it real quick. A 5-foot line that extends from you to a target within 120 feet. Each creature in the line excluding you and the target must make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw, taking 46 lightning on a failed save, and half as much on success.
So I think it's going to be a disadvantage because they're prone.
Well, I guess it depends. Yeah. Your attack would.
Well, no, hold on. That's on attack rolls. This is you're throwing something and they have to make dexterity saving throws. Is that correct?
I mean, I think I still have to make an attack roll. It says on a hit, the target takes damage. Yeah, it says make a ranged weapon attack.
Okay, yeah, you're doing that on the one. So you will have disadvantage attacking on that one. My point is
Right, well,
the other two in
attack
the line.
recklessly to make it go back to normal.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that.
I have a question about the dex saves they need to make. Since they're already prone, does that make dex saves at disadvantage? Or
That's what
is
I
it
was
normal?
thinking. I was
Or-
planning on giving them disadvantage because they are on the ground prone, so they have a harder time making a dex save. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's how I would see it. Thanks.
18 to hit.
18 does hit.
Oh, sorry. 7 piercing and 14 lightning damage. The DC is 13 on the dex save.
Well, that's a 6 and a 5, so they both definitely failed.
Thank God for disadvantage.
There's another guy behind him. There's another guy behind him.
Yeah, the one that hits, I think, has to make the electric deck save too.
So that one.
I thought. Let me pull this up real quick, just to make sure.
Whereas because he took the hit, he automatically takes the lightning damage.
Sorry, I'm gonna use this weapon for a while, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's make a ranged weapon attack against target. On a hit, the target takes damage from the javelin plus 4d6 lightning damage.
Okay, so he automatically takes it. He doesn't have to do a dex.
Yeah, if
he
he's
just
hit,
takes
he
it.
automatically takes it. He doesn't get a dexterity save, but the people in between do.
Yes. So, now that we all know what's going on here, the guy that you hit, you just launch this javelin, and you see this huge bolt of lightning streak across the area, striking all three, the two cultists on the ground. The bolts just come down and slam into their bodies. Then the javelin pierces the cultist, the guy in the robes over there, just straight through his chest. Yeah, which that
It's from Jabroni.
doing 21 points of damage to him, and he was already on the ground. So it kind of, yeah.
Just quick point of order. I think Reckless, it specifically says melee weapon attacks.
I think he's right.
For real?
Actually, yeah, you are right.
Yeah, you popped it up in chat, and I was just looking at it. Sorry.
Dang, my fault. Alright, you
Well,
want me to roll another?
Roll
In case I
one more.
missed?
Yeah, roll one more time, just to see if you would have still hit.
Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, either way, you
Either
would have hit. So, just to explain this, he throws the javelin. The bolt of lightning goes streaking off across the courtyard. The javelin goes down and pierces the guy lying on his back, basically like a bug on a piece of foam board. The thing screams out in pain. He is just barely still alive. You can hear him moaning and screaming in pain. The other two who are on the ground, they too took the lightning damage, the 14 points of lightning damage. But they are both just looking like they're clutching their chest. You can see a bit of that char circular pattern on their chests from where they're laying down. And they don't look too happy.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, I'm done with my turn.
Okay. 1 second. Let me do this damage here. Okay. That's it for your turn. Your javelin is there, stuck in that guy on the ground like a bug. And now that he's on the ground, you can see him a little bit clearer now, Apollyon, and you can see his arms and his legs and his head are green. This creature, it was humanoid, but now that you're looking at it, it does not appear to be human. It's almost fish-like. It almost looks like a catfish a little bit, with huge fins on the side of its head and the top of its head, and a big wide jaw with teeth that the thing's just howling in pain. That's it for your turn. Liam, you're up next.
Alright, Liam's gonna pop out of his corner and go forward 25 feet. Is anybody still standing?
Yes, one of them are still standing. This one
Can you
right
highlight
here.
that one? Okay.
Yes.
Then I would like to make an attack at that one because I can see that within my range still.
Go for it.
So that's the only one that's not at disadvantage, I guess, because that's my Huckleberry. Alright, 2 longbow shots.
Hold on, can I just do a point of order real quick? It is heavily obscured, so I think no matter what, you'd be shooting at disadvantage.
Heavily obscured the hailstorm, the sleet storm?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, remember when we were with the dragon, we also had to do disadvantage shooting in. So I think, yeah, if you still want to shoot him, it's fine, but I just want to let you know.
Yeah, I'll do that anyway. Yeah, I'll click disadvantage, fine. Click it. An 11 and a 16.
Both still managed to hit.
I'll take it. Alright, wasn't expecting both.
Must not be wearing armor.
16 points of damage to that one.
16 points of damage. Nice. Your 2 arrows go flying from your bow into this hailstorm of mist and ice. You don't see them hit, but you see his body react.
Noise.
You do anything else?
Rest of my movement, I'm going to go 25 feet backwards and switch weapons to my quarterstaff.
Okay.
That's my turn.
I was doing math. Necthros, what are you wanting to do?
So, Vale's eyes are just wide right now, just after seeing a huge sleet storm appear, silence bubble that he recognizes, a shimmering bubble of silence that was dropped, the lightning javelin, and then 2 longbow shots. And he's just amazed right now. You would think, some people might have a little mercy and hold up, but he just whispers under his breath, "No quarter," and he drops sickening radiance right in the middle of that obelisk.
Okay. What's the size of that one?
It's 40. Hold on.
Oh, can't.
It is
You can click on the show spell description. It will let me
30 foot radius, centered, so 60 feet total.
So just 10 feet, smaller radius than the sleet storm?
Yeah.
That looks about right. So right about there?
Yeah, let me just, if I could just, yeah, that's fine. Right there. And, after he mutters his verbal and, twitches his fingers with his semantic gestures, he pulls out the portable hole with the bonus action, or with his item interaction, and releases the zombies. They're going to spend half their movement crawling out of the hole, and then they're going to use their action to dash along the rim of this sleet storm. So I'll just pull 4 of them out right here. Oh, you got them?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Half their movement and...
So there they are there. You should be able to move them, correct?
Yep. Hold on. Let me just grab it. 20. Oh, they would actually get... Wait. Yeah, so would it be... it would be 20, right? If they used their action to dash?
Let's see. Yeah, their speed's 20 feet. They would have 40 feet if they dashed. They used, what do we say, 10 feet
10.
to get out. So,
so they'd
they have
have
30 feet.
Okay. Alright, that's that for them. And, yep, the Radiance, Sickening Radiance.
Okay. So there you go. I'm going to start making these guys do their con saves.
Yeah, sometimes I think we really are the bad guys. Because we got the Sleet Storm spell, so they can't really leave very easily. And now we're poisoning them. or putting the... It's not poison, it's
That's
radiant
right.
damage. So we're just...
Back in bodies.
I know, we're not letting them leave, and then we're just fucking brutally murdering them. I mean, maybe we are the bad guys. Maybe the Dreamers are right. Oh shit, look at that stuff. God damn. These are some hardy children. Oh.
Okay. So, going counterclockwise. Save, fail, fail, save, save. Yeah.
You can't keep... It happens every round. You can't roll that lucky every time, guys.
So, dim greenish light spreads from a 30-foot radius sphere centered on the point. The light spreads around corners and lasts until the spell ends. When a creature moves into the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or starts their turn there, they have to make their thing, or take 4d10 radiant damage, and suffer 1 level of exhaustion. So, go ahead and roll your damage.
It was 24. It's right at the top.
Oh, I see it now. Thank you. 24 points of damage to these two. And then, let's see. 12 to the ones who succeeded.
No, I think it's save or suck. I don't think they get half.
Ah.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you
So,
for telling me that. Yep.
But it's gonna... If they start there, they're gonna start the turn there, so they gotta do it again.
Yep,
So
they will have to do that
and
on there.
And then if they fall prone and they can't get out, then they're going to do it again.
Yeah.
We really
So-
are bad guys, right?
So,
That's a...
when this orb of green energy just expands outward in the middle of this sleet storm, 2 of them immediately just get hit by this burst of radiant energy, and you can see their skeletons through them like an X-ray for a second, everybody. And as the 2 of them just drop down to the ground, dead.
Wow.
Yeah. Last but not least, we have Jareth.
So Jarrett's going to spend his turn kind of flying around the sleet storm just to see if anything.
Okay, so he's staying on the outskirts of the sleet storm.
Yeah. And he'll perch up on this. Is this a wall right here where he is?
Yeah, that is a wall right there. It like I said, that's the 9-foot wall, kind of broken in different places. You can see where the rubble on the ground is on the map. That's where it's just collapsed inward, and you can see through it. The higher points are just walls.
All right, so yeah, he's gonna stay right there. You know what? He's up in the air pretty high, so he's gonna stay up in the air right there. He's not going to perch on the wall. He just went around the sleet storm, gaining altitude as the more he goes around, the higher he goes, and then he's just going to stay right there.
Okay. Sounds good. So, we've come to the top of the order. Blood from a stone. You now can see all of these beings just completely obscured by this ice storm. It's getting to the point where you've seen several of them drop, but it's hard to tell where they are in this exact moment because they are down on the ground. Most of them are lying on the ground. So, what would you like to do?
Well, he's going to use his feline agility to get into the doorway that's 50 feet.
Okay.
50 feet. And I could see, from there I could see, they're laying on the ground, some of them, but I could at least see them. I guess, can I see the one that's still the standing one that Liam shot at, or? It looks
I would say with the light gone and with all the sleet and all that, you can see there's a shape out in that general direction, but it's really hard to judge distance.
Well, he is going to roll a quick stealth check to get his fucking advantage.
Okay, so you're bonus actioning hide?
Yeah. 24.
Okay.
And then the only one that he can really see is this one laying down here, so he'll just do a straight shot. Since
so yeah, that will be a disadvantage.
Counters. Well, but he's got advantage for being hidden.
He does have advantage for that. You have disadvantage because he's laying on the ground. You also have disadvantage because there's
no
a giant
super
sleep.
Disadvantage, though.
No, there's no super disadvantage, but there is disadvantage. And you got two disadvantages here. He's laying on the ground. There is a sleet storm. You're still going to have to roll a disadvantage.
He's going to go without... You know what we're not going to do, because I think Scorching Bowstring with that, it would get put out before it got to him. So it'll just be a straight shot here. No sharpshooter. 13.
Okay. 13's still going to hit.
Yeah. Since it hasn't gone in the turn order, and he is surprised, would this also get Assassinate? Or is
it would get Assassinate.
No, why did I roll it again? I meant to roll the fucking damage. God damn. Alright, 17, 9... It's 32, so 64?
So 64 points of fucking damage?
He's an evil kitten.
Right? Yeah, he really is. And Bolt of Energy just goes shooting out, skimming along the ground. It almost does this weird kind of X-Wing fighter back and forth motion a little bit before you just see body shake, explosion outward. He dead.
He's really starting to question himself now. He's just going to tuck back into the corner there behind the stand with Veil and be like, I don't think we're good guys anymore, buddy. Maybe we never were.
And I look. Veil looks back at Blood, and he just repeats, "We never were."
He's just gonna hide in shame. That's his turn.
Hiding in shame, indeed. Next up, we come to one of the cultists.
Well, Matt.
Yes.
I don't know if the cultist who cast silence is still alive.
No, that was Tomas.
That was Tomas who did it.
Yeah,
Oh,
Tomas
Tomas
cast
cast silence?
Yeah, on them.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay, so it's kind of hard to see this guy because he is towards the back of all of y'all's vision, but he uses half of his movement to get back to his feet, wobbly, unsteady. He's hearing the sounds of death around him. Something's definitely going on, and he's freaked the
He
fuck
can't hear
out.
anything.
What's that?
I said he can't hear anything.
Yeah, he really can't. Oh, that's right.
Silence.
That's right. Silence. He couldn't hear anything. So he just knows suddenly ice storm, silence. He's on the ground.
He's got to do a dex and a con save.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do the con save first. And that's a 2, so I assume a failure.
So that's going to be 27 radiant damage.
This
Oh,
this radiant energy radiating outward from the center of this just hits him the moment he stands up, and his whole body just shakes as his energy just burns into him, doing 27 fucking points of damage. God damn.
real quick, so I've never used Sickening Radiance before. Do I roll that 4d10 every time? Because it says if they start their turn.
Then
or-
yeah, we it
I would
just
say
Okay.
just do it once a round. Every time they start coming,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
that'll be it for the round. Yeah.
So yeah, so anybody else who fails to save is going to take 27 points and then suffer another point of exhaustion.
works for me. Works for me. So he has his 1 point of exhaustion right now. Anyway, as he stands up, he's not quite sure what the hell's happening, and he's going to try to move. So the next thing he has to do is his dex save, which is going to be a disadvantage because he has that point of exhaustion.
Spiraling out of control.
Yeah, spiraling out of control. That's a 4, so that's a fail. He slips and his legs go out from under him, and he lands, bam, down on the ground on his back. And, well, I guess he can use the rest of his movement to try to get back up again. Yeah, so that's it for his turn. Let's go ahead and just kind of round table this really fucking quick because that's what's happening to everybody. So the next guy gets up, makes his uses half his movement to get up. Con save. That should not have been a disadvantage.
Really?
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that would not have been a disadvantage, but it still would have been a 3. So that's a failure. That's 27 points of damage. So as he's standing up, just that radiant energy hits him in his back, and it fries him. And he falls down to the ground just a crispy shard.
Oh my god, dude, we are such bad people. Shit.
That's it for him.
You're using this spell every fucking time, by
Yeah.
the way. Not letting you never use this again. Every time.
Absolutely. Next up, we got this guy here. Gets up, con save. That's a success. So he actually manages to get up, at least. What can he do?
Well, no, that was just for the con. He's still got to make a dex save.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah,
I
he's
think-
not being poisoned. Or radiantly.
In a, like, if there's something like a freezer microwave combination, that's what they're in right now. A freezer microwave.
Yeah, basically.
So they're hot pockets. Because they're hot on
One of
one
those
side,
giant
ice
machines that
cold
like
on the other.
freezes everything.
Yeah. Fails the dex save, falls down on the ground. He has to use the rest of his movement to get back up. That's it. He's done. Eloise, what you doing?
I am Jeepers. I have no idea. I think I'm just going to...
Can't be much left alive in there.
Yeah.
Let the heat flow through you.
Fuck it. Liam,
Turn to the dark
the only...
side.
Wait, is there anyone close enough to me? No, there's no one that I can get to. Okay, well then I'm just gonna cast guidance on Liam. That's
With
really
guidance.
all I've
It
got.
adds a D4 to an ability
But I
check.
thought that was ability checks. Okay. Yeah, it's not blessed. You have blessed would do attacks.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
no.
attack
Okay,
rolls.
never mind. Jesus, I don't know.
Just you got a
Fuck.
crossbow. I mean,
Well, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna step out, and because it is not concentration, I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave. There we go. That's something.
Okay, what's Thunder? Go ahead and pop Thunderwave in chat for us.
you gotta,
All
those
I
things
think
are
you're gonna
all
get
those
close.
guys in there.
1,
They're
2,
all immune
3,
to thunder damage
4,
anyway.
So,
5.
Thunder Wave is a wave of thunderous force that comes out from you. So
Yeah.
each
Yeah,
creature
so
in
you'd
a
have to get really
15-foot
close.
cube originating from you must make a con saving throw. So you're going to have to run up in there to get towards them.
And not only that, they're all immune to it.
With the silent spell, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's
Well, not all of them
wait,
are
no,
silenced, though.
6.
think,
I
are
don't really want to get into melee with anyone. 6. There we go. I should be able to at least hit these two guys.
they? Well, those are
veil
veil
zombies.
Oh, those are veil zombies. Then
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay, wait.
just you got
1, 2, 3,
Firebolt or
4,
anything like
5, 6. Yeah, I can't get close enough to anyone to do anything.
You can cross it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna step out and see who's alive. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Go check the desk for papers.
Don't tempt me. Because that is something Eloise would do. That's 100% what she would do. Fuck.
Yep, during the middle of combat. Oh, look, a desk.
Yep.
just happens to be here.
She'd be like, I can only help you by holding my concentration on the sleep storm, so I might as well go do something else.
Do you have a
risk
spell
that.
that doesn't take concentration that you can throw at them?
Cantrip.
Yeah, you're about to firebolt or something.
Yeah.
Any fire type thing will be extinguished before it hits them, because as soon as it gets through
That's right.
into the sleet storm, it's gone.
This is true.
Yeah, that's actually a point I wanted to bring up. So if I were to cast Fireball in there, would it just not work? Or
Actually,
since the
you know,
blast?
so here's the thing about that. So technically, a fireball is making magical fire. Magic is creating it. So Jeremy Crawford has ruled this. A fireball spell would explode underwater like any other circumstance, because it's being magically created in a non-magical space. So, since the ice is magic and the fire is magic, well, it depends on what you're doing. If you're making a spell to create a bonfire, yes, the bonfire would be put out, but just throwing a ball of fire, it would not be put out by the circumstance. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense. And now a Firebolt would be the same thing?
Yeah, so firebolt would be the same thing. It's a bolt of fire magic. So it
So
wouldn't go through.
we have a freezer microwave oven right now. If you throw a Fireball. I mean a Firebolt bolt.
I don't get that cantrip.
You have what about produce flame?
I have produce flame. I've also got frostbite, which are the ones that I have currently.
Which both would work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hit him.
Okay. Cool. Okay. I wish I knew where blood was. That's fine.
He's hit.
Yep. So then, does this? This does that, and this does. Okay. Then I think Eloise would be worried about flames, so she's just gonna do frostbite. And she can hit either of the two that are still standing, or 3. Can I hit that one?
Now, what I am going to tell you.
Yeah.
So you are doing a ranged spell attack.
Yes, it's at disadvantage.
So
because
it will
of
be
the
at
heavy
disadvantage.
Cover.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you
Okay.
and some of them are prone, but you can absolutely do this.
Okay. Yeah. Disadvantage. And
Oh, wait a minute. That's not the spell I thought it was.
Oop.
I was thinking of Frost Bolt. So no, it would not be a disadvantage. Okay, so who are you attacking?
I'm gonna attack. I think.
It'd be 2d6 too instead of 1d6.
Yep.
Oh no, you did roll 2. Never mind. Sorry.
I don't know. Whichever one. I'll attack the. Oops. This one.
Whichever one's closest.
That
to
guy
you.
there? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I 60 feet, so it doesn't matter.
Perfect.
That's why I chose frostbite.
Unfortunately, he rolled an 18, so you cast the spell, and it instantly becomes colder in that area. Unfortunately, he was able to hold it off, and he does not take damage. Good try, though.
Mhm.
Next up, we come to Tomas. Tomas will come running up here, to right there. He's looking in there. And I'm going to have him cast the spell I thought you were casting, I think. Ray of Frost. That should not have been an advantage. That should have been a disadvantage.
17.
So I'm going to take the 17. The 17 still hits. Yes, it
Yeah.
does. So 9 points of cold damage to this one right there who is on the ground. That's it for Tomas's turn. Next up, so all of you are kind of standing there surveying the work that you guys have done. And as you're looking in there, you see the ground begin to kind of bubble upward in 2 different places. And you see it begin to erupt a little bit as things begin crawling out from the ground. Apparently disturbed by all of the ruckus that just suddenly happened. You watch as two gigantic crustacean-like creatures come crawling up from the ground where they had been submerged in the dirt, just startled and caught aware by the sudden outburst that's going on above them. The funny thing is, as they climb out, the 2 of them are hit by every single fucking thing you guys have layered on there. So,
Stacking crab bodies.
yeah.
Like a spider with fucking
IQF
roller
crab
skates on.
Yep, so first we got con saves.
Ooh.
That's 19 and a 7, so one of them do take it. What was the damage again?
27 this round? Yep, 27.
New round.
Well, he rolled this for this round, so it's 27. this
Yeah,
time, right?
he'll have to re-roll it on his turn just to make it easier.
Yeah, I went up and looked. It's 27.
Okay.
Oh yeah, if you wanted me to re-roll, I just re-rolled, but the one from this round is 27.
So we'll use We'll use that one at the start of your next turn. If you maintain the spell. So first they're hit with that. Then they have to make the dex saves. And that's a failure for both. So they're pushing themselves out from these little holes in the ground. And then all the weather, the sleet and the ice just hit them, coating the ground underneath them. And their legs just fly out from under them, and they lay just smack down onto the ground.
Jesus.
They do manage to push themselves up again, but are stuck where they are right now. And that's the end of their turn. And and then we come to Apollyon. So Apollyon, after seeing all this, what do you want to do?
Am I able to see the one lady that was had her cloak down before?
You know she was around in this general direction. You can't really see her very well because she's laying on her back.
Okay, but she's not dead.
She is not dead. That's the one that Tomas just hit.
Alright, tell you what. We're gonna go ahead and shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts at the crab.
Okay, sounds good. Now these are going to be at disadvantage since they are on the ground right now, but go ahead and fire your Eldritch Blasts.
Oh, I'm sorry, I only meant to do 2.
Fortunately, yeah, that's a 7 and 11. So you open your mouth and shoot your Eldritch energy out from your face, and twice, both energy blasts go wide, missing the still half in the dirt creatures. You do anything else for your turn?
Nope, that's it. No bonus action.
Okay, sounds good. Let's see. We gotta take all the dead people out of turn order.
I don't think you added these crab things to the turn order.
I did. They're in there.
Oh. I guess. Oh, well, I guess I just. Oh, no, I think that's what they are. Okay.
Liam, looks like it's you. What you doing, buddy?
Are these crab things considered large or huge?
These are, you can tell just from, now again, you're seeing lump on the ground, but definitely large.
Definitely large. Possibly huge?
Probably not huge.
Okay. Then what I would like to do, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I got a straight line here. I'm going to use a little dash, go straight into this one, and with my bonus action as a charger, I would like to push it 10 feet into the Sickening Radiance.
It's already.
If I hit.
Now, it is already in the Sickening Radiance.
Well, I want to kick it further into the thing.
Okay, that's fine. Now, you did enter the field of ice.
I did.
So why don't you have to make a dex save?
A dex save?
Yes.
Sure, sounds like fun. I'll make a dex save. Do. Super monk shit, go.
Oh, yeah.
That's a 24. And
Yeah.
with evasion, I'll take nothing, thank you.
Yeah.
Now I'll make my attack at this guy. Might as well make it quarterstaff two-handed just because.
Veil. He is also He's also in the area for the your spell.
He's gonna make
That's going to be a con save of 16.
Con save of 15? Fun. Okay, I'll do that too.
16, yeah.
16.
16, con save of 15. 16 coming up. I'll probably make it 15 because I said it. Okay, I failed the con save on that, so I take 27.
Yeah, and you got 1 point of exhaustion.
Well, it doesn't matter because I'm unconscious now with 27. I'm down.
Well, that's that
Christ.
amulet bring
And I missed my attack, so I did no damage. So Liam is unconscious and prone and down.
Yeah, I suppose he is.
Does that amulet activate, or is it something he has to consciously do?
It's an action.
Wait, so I missed that first part. I got a call. Why did Liam do that?
He wanted to kick it further in.
He wanted to what?
I didn't see your radiance. I thought it was the smaller circle, not the circle edging over there. And I made a bad judgment call, but it happened, and that's what happened now. So Liam's unconscious. Deal with it.
Yep. All right.
Okay. So Liam running into... I apologize. So Liam goes running off into the field of Sleet Storm, and you see him go running up to this crustacean-like creature. His hands raised high with a quarterstaff, and then the sickening radiance hits him, and he drops to the ground unconscious. Okay. Veil, you're up next.
Okay, so
What the hell, dude?
he sees Liam drop, kind of puts his head in his hand and shakes his head, and he thinks to himself, I need to just end this now. So he's going to drop Fireball in the center to, hold on a second.
To eradicate Liam's body?
No, it's going to be in the center, so hopefully it hits everyone else.
Oh, it'll hit him too.
No,
What is it?
I tapped it in between, like right here. It's not going to hit Liam.
Okay.
In the center, like I said.
What's the size?
Fucking drow.
It's 40 feet.
20-foot radius, so 40 feet total.
We are definitely the bad guys.
Okay, so you're positioning it right about here?
No, yeah. Put it over to the left a little more so it gets that crab too.
You may not be able to.
It definitely can. Perfect.
You're gonna.
Right there. I can hit both crabs because they're large creatures, and all the other cultists.
Yeah, technically. I mean, we're using big tokens to depict a giant fucking what's the word I'm looking for? A giant lobster or a giant crawdad. So there's
Give me 2 seconds. I gotta take this call. I'll be right back.
yeah, no worries. Yeah, I mean, probably if it's hitting them, it's hitting a piece of them, not the whole thing, but they'd still take the damage. So yeah. Oops, and I lost it all. There we go. So let's see. So that's a fail.
All right. Sorry, you there?
Mhm.
All right. So would I miss anything? Oh, you're just doing the deck save?
Yeah, I'm doing the deck saves right now.
The ones that are prone, are they at disadvantage?
Yeah, technically.
I mean, a 5's gonna fail anyway.
Yeah, so I
That poor
don't
bastard.
about that one. Okay. So, in a giant explosion of fire, you hear 1, 2, 3 screams as 3 of the robed individuals are now blackened and charred individuals. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them just on the ground burn as this massive wave of heat energy rises over all of them. The 2 crustacean-like creatures laying there on the ground do get hit by the blast just barely as this heat rises over them and hits them. The smell of cooked seafood kind of wafts over to all of you, a sickening, almost salty smell that assaults your nostrils. And as the fire just disappears, the sleet storm renews once again, slamming down onto all of these creatures. Do you have anything else you want to do, Vale?
Yeah, with my bonus action, I'm going to command my zombies one at a time to go try to pull Liam's body out of the danger.
Okay. Dex save for each of them, please. We'll do one at a time.
One of them. Yay!
Yeah, first one succeeds. Second fails.
That was just for the con save, because he's going in the radiant.
Fair. Oh,
So
I see it now.
27 damage.
Well, they don't breathe air, right? I was just like, zombies don't breathe. Would they need to?
But they're being hit by
Radiant
radiant
It's
damage.
radiant, though. It's
Yeah.
not poison.
So that definitely does hit it. And you said 27 points of damage. So the radiant energy just slams into that first zombie. And it just decimates him. Because he has 22 hit points.
So you would think it would. You would think it would, because he has 22 hit points. However, since he is under my control and I am a necromancer, they add my wizard level to their hit points, which brings it to a 29, which makes it 2 hit points.
Wow.
Dude, we
So, yeah. I'm going to
That's so
say
much to be doing.
that as the zombie first starts going up towards Liam, you can just see the radiant energy burn across the zombie, ripping away the rotted flesh of these goblins, because that's what they were. It was a goblin. And you're just seeing the slightly rancid flesh just start peeling away.
So as it peels away, the zombie kind of looks back towards me with skin falling off its face and gives me a half smile, which I give him an approving nod and a thumbs up, and then he turns back to Liam to drag him out of the danger.
Okay, so he would have had to use his full movement to get to Liam.
No, this one right here.
That one right there is the one you're doing? Okay, I got you.
Yeah. He grabbed Liam.
Okay, so that would have been 10 feet of movement going through there still.
I think it's just 5, because he was right here.
Well,
Well,
because
it's
it's still difficult terrain.
Okay. All right. 10. Yep.
Yep, 10. And so you can grab him, and pulling somebody also uses
Could
your
he dash
movement.
to get out?
Are you using your action to pull or your action to dash? I'm going to say you're basically going to you're going to get him, be able to get Liam to the edge of the line there.
Okay. So if he gets him to the edge of the line, I instructed all 4 of them to get him out. So I have 3 more chances to just kind of reach in and.
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
Can this one without going into the.
Yeah, I would say he'd be able to get to the edge and grab him from there. And the zombie that has no more movement, he just kind of stands there and looks at you all. And flesh is gone. You like on half of its body, you can just see this burnt blackened skeleton face kind of smiling at you all.
So would you say he's possibly a skeleton at some point in the near future?
I mean, he's definitely a third of a skeleton with a lot of nasty flesh on the back.
All right.
But he's able to do that, and the next zombie is able to pull him a little bit further, so he's out of that radius.
Yep. And this one would have moved up here, done nothing, and then this one would, I guess, stayed there since he saw everyone. Already get him out. Okay, with that, my turn is done. I need to go take a call. I just got a call, but I'll have my phone with me. I just will not have my laptop, so I could listen and add a little bit to it, but I cannot move my stuff from here on out.
Yep, no worries.
All
okay. Right. Well, we're just going to say that probably the owl stays the fuck back. It doesn't need to go in there or do anything. So let's go to the top of the order with Blood from a Stone.
Yeah, well, I mean, everything's still going to be... Well, shit, you know what, at this point, he's just going to use his movement to run up, and he's going to shove a friggin' potion in Liam's mouth. I've got a bunch of the minor potions are just regular 1d4.
Yep, 1d4 plus 1.
Alright, so yeah, that's what he's doing. So let me roll. Ooh, you get a whole 2.
So you shove this you run over to your friend, kneel down, shove this potion kind of roughly into his face, the point down his throat, goes gug 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 gug. And 2 hit points just slightly begin to heal you. And Liam, you awaken in a lot of fucking pain. Your whole front, your face and your chest are just burnt from radiant energy, blackened a little bit, and you're in a shit ton of pain.
Well, that was a dumb idea, eh?
And don't worry, she can deal with that. She's got more healing. But you're up. That's all that matters. That'll be his turn. He's just gonna hang out. He'll lord over him, so if the crab thing comes, maybe he'll attack Blood first, but yeah.
Okay. Okay. Next up, we are at Eloise. What are you doing, Eloise?
Well, I'm gonna run over and cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level on Liam.
Okay. Eloise goes running over, drops down to her knees, puts her hands onto Liam's chest, and just pumps a huge burst of healing energy into him, almost like doing a little bit of a chest compression. And you feel 14 points of healing energy just ripple through your body. And you feel the skin along your front begin mending a little bit and shifting outward and starting to heal a bit. But you're still in a decent amount of pain.
Oh well, that's over 3/4 of my health you guys just gave me back.
Till we get you fixed, yes it is. Eh,
God damn these guys.
it was
Okay.
you.
Yep. Tomas's turn. What does he want to do? Yeah, he doesn't really need to do a whole hell of a lot. He's just going to go ahead and throw a ray of frost up at the crustacean in front of him. Unfortunately, that's a 13, and it's actually a disadvantage. Yeah. So with a 10, he raises his hands up and shoots out a ray of frost that just goes completely over the lying prone crustacean-like creature. He kind of shrugs his shoulders and says, I kind of feel sorry for these guys in all this. And that's his turn. The Chul, who hasn't gotten a chance to do literally anything.
I think it was 16 was the damage on this round.
Climbs up, tries to resist. That should not have been a disadvantage, but an 8 definitely fails. The second one, a 22, succeeds. So this one takes 16 more points of damage.
Suffers another point of exhaustion.
And takes, that second point of exhaustion. That one does not. Both of them now need to make dexterity saving throws. Oh, wait a minute. That should have been a disadvantage, but... What's the other one? Oh, the other one actually manages to... Oh, wait a minute. No, that was a con. Yeah, no, that should have been a dexterity. That's a 4. So, yeah.
Was it supposed to be a disadvantage?
Yeah,
It's
because they have a
already
point of
laid
exhaustion.
down, yeah.
It has a point of exhaustion, so he's already at
Oh, yeah.
disadvantage. Anyway, yeah, both of them are on the ground. Both of them not looking great.
Not fair.
Apollyon, can you finish these guys off? Maybe humanely? Let's see.
I could do that a lot easier if there wasn't all this ice and snow in the way.
Yeah.
But I will try my best. I'm gonna try 2 more Eldritch Blasts at this crab.
Okay. Yep, still at disadvantage because they are lying prone.
Uh, 18 and an 8. I'm gonna assume 8 doesn't hit.
Nope, but the 18 definitely does.
4 points of force damage.
Your eldritch energy just shoots out of your mouth, slams into the side of this creature, doing a little bit of damage. Smashes into that carapace on the outside of the thing. You see a little bit of wear, but not a lot for the 4 points of damage.
Alright, and then I'm gonna maneuver around up here.
Okay. Liam, you're lying on the ground with Eloise's hands on your chest, who had just pumped in a bit of healing. Blood from a stone crouched there next to you, looking down at you. And you are lying on your back. What are you doing?
Alright, realizing the scenario and how they seem to all be concerned for me, I'm going to do a fun monk shit. Leap to my feet using 5 feet of movement, so I do a kind of kickflip to just bounce right up. And then
I like
step
it.
back here. And I'm going to take 2 shots at disadvantage at this closest crab here.
Well, an 8.
Natural 1 and an 18.
Yeah, the 18's definitely going to hit. Roll that damage.
8 points of piercing.
Okay. You fire an arrow.
Is that mode of healing a bonus action to use?
It's an action.
I believe it's an action to
It's
use.
an action? Okay, then that's my turn.
So 2 arrows fired. One you hear kind of ping off of a shell. The other one into the creature. And that's it for you. Veil. Can you finish these guys off?
I'm going. I can't. I'm in the car right now. So, can you toll the dead? The closest one.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if the exhaustion is that only dex saves that they get disadvantage on, or is it all saves?
Depends on how many.
I think it's ability checks.
Well, it depends how many
Well,
points of
Is
exhaustion
it ability
you
checks
take.
and saves?
2 is attacks and saves.
Okay,
1 is
so
just abilities.
the one I thought the one close to me, or one of them has 2 points of exhaustion.
I'm trying to look it up right now. The one in front does, so I have to look up to see what.
I can't imagine these guys are very wise, so hopefully they won't.
Yeah, I need to look up the levels of exhaustion. I'll have them written down.
Okay. So they have disadvantage on ability checks, not saving throws for 1 level. For 2 levels, their speed is halved.
3 is saving throws and attacks.
Yes. 3 is saving throws and attacks.
That's why I'm looking it up and I'm seeing it now.
Oh.
Okay.
So yeah, just toll the dead regular.
Okay, you're tolling the dead. I'm going to do it on the closest guy there. And that is a wisdom saving throw. That should not have been at disadvantage. But still, the 2 failed. So, let's see. Which one's which? So it looks like he takes the 10 points
Yeah, it's
of
too low.
Toll the 10 damage of Toll the Dead. So yeah. Okay. You toll the dead on the crustacean. The toll rings out and smashes into that being's psyche, and you see him shudder and wince in pain, taking the 10 points of damage. It is your owl's turn.
I'll just have the zombie stay there. Yeah, the owl will just stay there as well. And hopefully the next round of radiant damage will take him out.
Sounds good. Blood from a stone. You're up.
Well, he's gonna move over against this wall here, just outside the sleet storm. But he will roll a quick hidey check for that far one. He's going for the one in the back.
Okay.
I can't imagine it's gonna fucking. Oh, goddamn! Those are 15s. Oof.
Yeah.
I mean, it might see him. But yeah, he's just gonna. I'll take the shot at advantage, and you will tell me if I get it or not.
Sounds good.
And you know what? He's seeing this magical firework, so he's wondering if his blazing bowstrings work. So he's gonna go sharpshooter blazing bowstring on the crab in the back.
That's technically, yeah.
Oh, that's just a 10 with the -5.
Unfortunately, a 10 is not enough.
I
You
don't think a
shoot
15 would've hit
you
me.
shoot your bolt into the sleet storm, and you just see it pass in the air. You don't hear any impact.
Alright, that's his turn.
Eloise, you're up next.
I'm gonna try to throw some produced flame at the crab thing.
You're shooting this at disadvantage, but I'm not going to worry about it.
Oh,
Let's just
okay.
say it hits.
All right.
No, let's just say it hits.
I think he just wants these poor bastards killed.
Does 24 hit?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, you can give her the crit though, right?
Yeah, but it's at disadvantage.
I know. I'm just playing on the fact that I think he wants his
for
blood.
for the sake of for the sake of brevity, let's go ahead and allow the crit. Because
Okay.
for the sake of
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh. That's not bad.
13.
I'm gonna say your big ball of fire that you appear in your hand, you lob it at the creature. It smashes into its side, doing just enough damage to take that thing out.
And then I realize I'm standing in between two zombies, and I'm just gonna go eep and move over here.
Make a dex saving throw for me.
Oh, you're gonna make your tail stripper. Like the thing she gets. Oh,
So you go eep and go just bolt out as fast as you can. Keeping in mind you're still in that ball getup that you've been wearing, I think. And so your
Yes,
skirts.
but they are secret pants.
They are secret pants, and your tail kind of twists around your leg a little bit because of that. And you begin to wobble and you trip a little bit, but you catch yourself as quick as you can. Fortunately, because you are wearing those pants, and you manage to stay up and get away from the zombies.
Whew.
It wasn't going to be a high DC.
I
just
knew
wanted to
these
see.
were a good idea. All right.
Okay, that's it for your turn.
Pants are always a good idea.
They are.
Well,
Oh, that's so strange. Yep, 17's gonna hit. Tomas shoots out a ray of frost from his hand, striking at the back creature. Doing... What's it? There we go. 7 more points of damage to it. Now, it is the Chul's turn. So as it begins trying to push itself up, first it has to make that con save. That's a success. Next it has to make a dex save. That's a failure. Falls to the ground again. Manages to get its feet up from under it, but that is its turn once again. So honestly, guys, for the sake of time, because there's really no way for this thing to survive, I'm going to say that with Apollyon's next Eldritch Blast, Liam's next shot with a bow, Veil's next Toll of the Dead, and Blood's final crossbow shot, the crustacean falls to the ground, dead. You release all of your spells and begin surveying the surroundings.
I pick up my Javelin of Lightning from over there.
Vale's going to order the zombies to start scooping bodies into the portable hole.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. It's going to take a little while, not too terribly long, maybe 15 or so 20 or so, maybe minutes, because there's a lot of bodies around there. But go ahead. I'll give you a list here in a second. But while we're doing that, we're also going to go ahead and take our break.
Fully healed.
Okay. He's using his little necklace thingy.
Oh, you're using the necklace? Okay. So, yeah, you heal back up. But we are going to go ahead and take our break right now. So, stay tuned, everybody. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. Thanks. Howdy, everybody. We are back. And from where we left off, the zombies worked for the next 10 minutes or so, pulling each of the bodies. So, Blood, what I'm going to have you do is write down in the portable hole journal for me, okay? For Veil.
Yeah, I'll write it down on my paper and then find the portable hole one.
Okay.
Oh no, I found it. Got it. All right.
Okay. So
Shoot.
you put into the portable hole. You put 2 Sojin. Sojin.
We're gonna take their heads, so those are gonna go to the bag of colding.
Okay. SAHUAGIN. You
Gotcha.
found 2 of those. You find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You find 3 humans. You find 1 half orc and 1 dwarf. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Half orc, dwarf.
Huh.
Actually, make that 4 humans. Yeah.
4 humans?
4 humans. 4 humans, so you can put 4 human cultists, 1 dwarf cultist, 1 half-orc cultist. All of them are just wearing robes. They have no other items on them whatsoever. You actually have time to do a pretty decent search before the zombies drag them off into the portable hole.
So they were doing a fun naked party under their robes. I like it.
So none of them had anything?
Yeah, other than the robes they were wearing, they had just basic, very simple, ratty, disgusting clothing.
They weren't ready for a fight.
Did they have like daggers or anything?
No. Oh,
No, nothing.
I think they were all druids, so they would have had. Yeah, that's why they had weak ACs too. We're just bad
They just
people.
slaughtered some innocent people out here doing a
Insane.
religious ceremony.
Oh, we got the wrong island, guys.
Oh, fuck.
You guys just interrupted the fledgling Celery's hippie commune.
Yeah.
Can
Uh,
I
I'd
look
like to do
around?
a survival check to see where their foot traffic went besides this circle.
Okay. So Liam wants to do
Oh,
a
that's not
survival
supposed to be
check.
a disadvantage, so that's the first roll is a 23.
Okay. And Eloise, what were you saying you wanted to do?
Can I tell that some of these people were druids?
Go ahead and make a religion check, or
Oh, God damn
I
it.
suppose, unless you have any other argument for what you could roll for that.
So,
No.
Insight, maybe?
the one that I guess seemed the most important, she's a human too.
Okay. So you're kind of looking over all of them, and the dwarf woman that you can see down here, you do see some tattoos on her face that you kind of recognize as druidic, the druidic uniform writing that's often tattooed on druids. It doesn't really give you an indication of where they might be from. These are more generic, druidic art, I suppose. But
Okay. Can I look around to see if there's like any, maybe like any druidic runes anywhere, or see if there's
sure.
anything that I might recognize that could give us more information
Um,
about what it was exactly they were doing.
Well, you can make a perception
Yeah,
check,
obelisk.
and Liam, you're 23 survival. You're kind of walking around the circle of this area, and as I said, around the obelisk there, you can see on the ground now, is just a big blackened section of all the twigs and branches that was used to make up the bonfire. You can see quite a bit of foot traffic circling around there, probably when they're building the fire itself. You see foot traffic going from here over into this area. You can see it going into this area from here, this point here, and this point here, and this point here as well. Quite a bit of foot traffic go through each of these buildings, or to and from it, you can see. There's a lot of trampling down here on the ground. Eloise, for your 17 in perception, you're kind of looking around, and the first thing you kind of do is walk up to the obelisk and kind of look over that. And the first thing that you notice is that the carvings on each of the four sides are the same. It is the symbol of a large tree chiseled into the stone itself, and kind of curving upward in lines with making gigantic branches going up and around, up into the top, and huge roots going down into the base of the statue of the
Does it
obelisk.
remind me of the of the carvings from the Druid Grove on the big stone in the center?
No, nothing like the Druid Grove in the center itself. But did I say there was a tree on that one?
Yeah.
No. So I'm going to correct myself. It is the same insofar as they are both trees.
Okay.
The differences are that one was definitely more in a druidic style of art, and it just depicted a giant tree. This one, however, in the center of the tree is a large cat's eye and oval, very pointed tips, pointing top up and down, pointing up and down, and open with just a cat's eye slit in the center of it. There's gigantic eyes in the center of the tree itself.
It's Sauron.
I'm gonna point
Sorry
it
about
out
that.
to everyone.
So, as I was saying, the similarities are, which is why this is the first thing that comes to your attention, is that the similarities between the two trees. They're both trees. They're both gigantic with huge roots and huge branches and stuff like that. But there is the difference, the gigantic eye in the center of the tree. What you do not see, however, is any signs of druid runes of any sort on the obelisk itself. There are some carvings. You do see some runic-like scrolling going up and down on either side, but they are not druidic in nature. And you kind of begin walking around the grounds itself, using your 17 of perception, but you don't see any other signs of anything really druidic that kind of calls out to you.
Okay. Do I recognize what language these other runes might be in?
Possibly magical in nature, but you're not really familiar with the arcane. Yours is more the
Yeah.
the nature-based magics.
Okay. Well, I'll also point them out to Veil, since he has more experience with the arcane stuff.
Yeah, Vale takes a look. I can't roll anything right now. I'm only in Discord.
Yeah, no worries. But I'm just gonna say you can kind of recognize this language as well. You've seen it a little bit before. It's very similar to the runic language that was in that book you guys got off the cultists.
Do you still have that book?
You do not. You gave that to the Erudite Conclave.
I thought we gave it to the guy in Weston.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did. You gave it to that guy.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna. Are they like carved into the obelisk, or?
Yeah, it's chiseled into the obelisk.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Tomas if either he wants to notate them or take a rubbing or something. Because I don't have any stuff to do that with.
You got your. Oh no, you don't. You didn't get the tattoo, did you?
No.
Nope.
But yeah, definitely. Tomas definitely begins taking sketches of this thing as
Blood
probably throughout
tattoo.
that whole 10 minutes that you guys were working to get the bodies in there.
Yeah, blood will be doing the same
Oh.
thing.
Besides that, you guys also took the 2 crustaceans. I assume they're
Yes.
going to go in the bag of holding or into the
Holding,
portable
yeah.
hole.
Well,
are you taking just the head, or are you taking the whole thing?
Well, if they just go into the hole, they're gonna like decompose.
It's up to you. I don't care either way. I just asked.
Yeah, we'll just take the heads because I don't
Okay.
think he can do anything with those bodies yet, if he ever can.
Okay, so you can write down 2 Chull, Chuul heads.
Does their carapace seem sturdy? Is that something that we want to try and harvest?
Make a nature check.
Okay.
Liam's got that knife. You guys can go to work with it.
Nat 20.
Don't name me.
Looking over the shell, you can see it's fairly thin and flimsy. Think of this kind of like a giant lobster. It does have a hard shell, but it's brittle, and you can kind of crack it a little bit and break into it just a little bit. And the closer you get to these things, the more you notice the smell of them is off. They smell like old seaweed or old fish, just kind of sickly and rancid smelling, and a little bit too much iron as they lay dead on the floor as you guys are kind of cutting the heads off of these things. It's pretty rancid of a smell.
Okay. Should we go check these buildings out? I say out loud to everyone.
Liam's gonna hear you say that and shout out to everybody.
Uh-huh.
Well, I saw foot traffic go into this area, and this is the one with the roof, right? The building I'm in.
Yeah, that is the building with the roof, and the thing got broken on me. So that's not supposed to be there.
Oh, that's not supposed to be there. I'm sorry then. Then I didn't see that. Never mind. I wouldn't have shouted out.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. There was supposed to be something over that door. But I will describe what you did see.
Yeah, I would say check. I've checked all 3 of these houses in this area, so let me make a perception check for this one. See what I see here.
Okay.
14.
So you walk into this room, and the first thing that you can see is a small chamber that appears to be kind of like an office or a study of some kind. A desk sits against the northwest corner of the room, and as well as a table with several chairs and a bench along one end. The walls themselves are the same stone as I've kind of described earlier, and this one is the only one that actually has the full roof You kind of go in there and look, and you can see some gaps and holes in the roof now that you're kind of looking up into it.
Does it look like it's been like gradually maintained a little bit more than the rest?
It's hard to say with a 14. You can see the holes out there. You can see the wet spots on the ground where probably when it rains, the water leaks down into this area itself. But it's definitely more maintained looking, at least, than the other two, I guess is the best way I could say.
All right. I think I would call out to Blood specifically because I know he was in the lower levels of that guy's place, and he described finding several secret doors, and I just have a hunch about this place. So, hey, Blood, see if you can look for maybe what you found in the basements of our last establishment.
Oh,
This particular building, it feels funny to me.
I don't remember the guy's name. Sigmund? Yeah, I will do
Segment.
that. That'd be investigation or perception.
Probably investigation if you're doing a really thorough search of the room.
26.
You kind of walk around the edge of the room, looking first at the bench on the floor, then over to the desk. You kind of open.
There is a desk.
Yep, you open the drawers a little bit and kind of search through, and you do see a very small leather-bound book sitting inside of it. You also notice when you open this that a big cloud of dust comes out from the drawer, as though it hasn't been opened in quite some time. You're walking along the edge of the wall, right around here, as you make your small circle around for probably about 15 minutes or so. And you do notice that in the wall there is a small indentation, a small circular indentation in one of the stones.
Yeah, actually, there's something over here. And I guess, is it like a button kind of thing? Or
No, it's literally a circular indentation. Think of a large
like
coin, like probably about the size of a baseball, just a indentured hole, a cylindrical hole in one of the stone.
So it seems like it might need a key or something.
It's about the size of a really thick coin or a medallion, maybe. About an inch or so thick,
We
deep.
don't. Did we check? I guess I'm assuming we looted all of the cultists and the people. Did we find anything on them?
No, you did not.
And I don't think. Let me check the bag. Let me check the handy haversack.
And with the 26 investigation, you would have found a key in this room.
Yeah. You know what? We do have one silver medallion in the shape of a tree, but that's in the shape of a tree. From Grovejar shit, the handy haversack.
Look, you do. It is a medallion that has a tree on it. Yeah.
Would that fit?
It is circular. You could try it.
Yeah,
Is
he's
it-
gonna
is
try
it-
it?
A similar tree shape to the one that's on the obelisk?
It is actually.
He's gonna try it.
It is very similar. In fact, I believe I did describe this one with an eye in there.
As Blood's
Yeah.
like thinking this out and like pulling out the handy haversack and we're looking at it, I'm gonna take out my javelin again, just ready and attack if he puts this thing into the wall and anything jumps out.
Okay, you can absolutely do that.
Yep. So I'm checking it.
What are you checking for?
To see if
Oh.
it fits into that indentation.
You really tense as you kind of push it towards there and push it into place, and it fits.
Ooh. Okay. Did anything happen?
Is this
Now that you're kind of looking at it, sitting there, fitting in there, you do notice that the carved inward portion of the tree medallion, you could probably fit your fingers into it just a little bit.
Okay. Maybe I'll do that.
Kind of.
Only cat fingers will do.
Well, and anyone's really could. You kind of think of it like the back of a urinal lock, where it's a little bit of an indent that you can sit there and push, and you kind of fiddle with it a little bit and realize you can twist and turn it. And as you turn it, you turn it a little bit, and you hear a click there into the wall.
There's no fucking way this just worked. We have been carrying this goddamn medallion for weeks.
Beware of traps. Be careful.
With the door click, it kind of swings open a little bit. And
yeah,
there
I make sure everybody else knows about this at this point.
And there you see a back area, dusty for the most part in the corners, but you can definitely tell that there's traffic been through here, leading downward into stairs going into the underground.
Great. All right. I would think maybe we'd pull the horses into a central area so they're not just out there on the edge.
So there are two other buildings in here. The one you did look into one. The blankets and the beds were made up in there. For the sake of expediency, we're going to use your 26 investigation to say that you probably spent a good 30 or so minutes investigating all the buildings.
Yeah.
There are 2 journals in total that you find. The other one in the sleeping quarters in the middle of the hay.
Okay.
In this area up here that I'm indicating there, you find a heavy crossbow, a light crossbow, and 80 crossbow bolts. This appears to be like a little slightly stocked armory. Or at least that's what it's being used for.
The crossbow bolts will come in handy.
The 2 journals themselves, you kind of thumb through it a little bit. Probably Tomas does, as Blood from a Stone's been fucking with the medallion. Let's see here.
I'd like to say, as I shot 4 arrows, I'd like to collect 2 of them back.
Absolutely.
That's all right.
Go for it.
Okay. Go for it.
So the journal of the one in the living quarters, he just kind of flips through it a little bit, and it details it seems to be a journal written by some explorers who found this particular ruin keep. The first part just details them finding it in the middle of the lake, canoeing out and camping there in the ruins, kind of doing a archaeological study of it. You realize that these are probably conclave researchers, but you don't see a name in there. It kind of the journals. It kind of details the excavations they made into each of these rooms. Not really finding a whole lot over the course of a couple days. About the 3rd or 4th day, the journal begins to explain. Begins to note that something strange has been going on, and that he's beginning to have nightmares and feel quite a bit of fear, as though he's losing his mind and possibly his humanity. And then the journal just kind of dies off. The second journal is written in a different hand. And again, you're just skimming through it a little bit, but it details a little bit more of the excavation from another person's point of view. This one indicates that they found a secret door inside one of the structures that leads deeper underground. Shortly after that, there is more writing, but it just appears to be scribbles. It's just gibberish. There's no real form to it at all. And that's kind of how that journal ends.
Wonder what these scribbles mean.
It's like they're trying to write, but it's like imagine a toddler writing.
Yeah.
So while they're doing all this investigation, I'm going to stay by the door in this room, and I'm going to sit down and start chanting my ancient Minotaur magic. My horns are going to glow slightly, and then when my eyes open, they'll be glowing too as I cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
Oh.
So pop up Detect Thoughts.
On who?
I'm going to cast it without a target, and it's going to show me within 30 feet of me for the duration. I'm going to look, basically look around to see if there's any thinking creatures around us.
Okay, so I'm just going to read this to you here. When you cast the spell, and as your action on each of your turns until the spell ends, you can focus your mind on any one creature that you can see within 30 feet of you. If the creature you choose has an intelligence of 3 or lower, it doesn't speak any language, or doesn't speak any language. The creature is unaffected. So you have to physically see a creature to be able to read his thoughts.
Keep reading.
Now, yeah, down at the bottom it says you can just look for the
Where's
presence
that?
of thinking creatures.
Yeah, you can also use this spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see. When you cast the spell,
okay, I see it
action
now.
during the duration, you can search for thoughts within 30 feet of you. He's right.
And I'm going to wait until a while has passed so that I'm putting this up as we're about to go explore the next area.
Gotcha. Okay, so
if once they're ready, I'll say hey, wait a second, guys, I need to cast this ritual. It takes 10 minutes, and then I'll do it when we're about to move on.
okay, yeah, makes sense. So you got a 30-foot aura around you right now. Perfect. I got it. So
look at that. The barbarian is a sensory type.
As he's doing that, I'd like to go over to Eloise, and I appreciate this, and I'm motioning to the mote of health or whatever that thing's called. But why did you give it to me?
Uh-oh.
Eloise?
Hello, can you hear it?
yes, now we can.
Oh,
We can hear you now.
I'm gonna say, because you always seem to get yourself in trouble.
Well, that's an oversimplification if I ever heard one. How much did you pay for this? And you just handed it to me at the beginning of battle.
I don't remember how much that was.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. You seem to need it more than I do.
You just look over, you just see Blood's shoulders tense up because he probably heard her say, "Oh, you're always getting into trouble." He's like, "Oh, bird, that's a crashing bird, crash and burn."
And then I'm gonna, out of my pocket, I'm just gonna kind of pull the letter, just the corner of the letter out.
Oh.
So Bruce, huh?
Oi. Yeah.
And I'm just gonna hug him and whisper, thanks for trusting me.
You make it easy. And then I'll walk away because I'm flushed in the face now.
And in the corner over there,
Earphone.
looking
Right.
is Tomas looking through this door down the stairs, but his head's turned around looking at you, and he just goes, "Ah."
I know, dude, right? Yeah, that was rough.
Okay, guys. Game face is on now. Creepy crypt below. I like a romance novel just as much as the next guy.
Oh,
But let's not do Love in a Crypt, yeah?
And I'm just gonna roll my eyes and be like, yeah, well, why don't we make sure that no one's gonna get hit with anything going through that doorway?
Okay. Someone making. So what are you looking for, Eloise?
I can check for traps.
Yeah, that's. I've only mentioned it twice already.
Well, I mean, if you do another investigation, you want to keep the 26 from before?
No,
Or...
you know what? Yeah, I'll keep the 26 from before. There are no traps.
I'll
You
put
look
those
around.
in-
You look around the
Stay
door.
behind me.
You look around the door. You look around the walls. You don't see any push things or anything of that nature. You do see some footprints, muddy footprints, or at least dried muddy footprints going down.
I get to the top of the stairs. Do I detect any thinking creatures within 30 feet of me other than my companions?
You do not.
Okay, let's go down the stairs. I'm gonna roll for stealth.
I'll cast Pass Without a Trace.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh,
Natural 20 on stealth.
There it is.
dang.
So a 32 total for you.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
36 for blood.
25 for Liam.
28 for Tomas.
15 for
Bill
Eloise.
got what? He's probably got at least a 2 or 3 for his dex.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll for blood. For
I
Bill.
think that's because of your tail. You should probably make another dex save.
Well, stairs, you know.
Oh, it's a 50. Oh, look at that shit.
Yeah, 20 for Vale.
Well, that's a
30 for Veil.
Yeah, 30 for Vale.
15 for Eloise.
So 15 for Eloise. Your tail's kind of flapping back and forth, smacking against the wall a little bit, and you're kind of having to pull it towards you. But fortunately, you have Pass Without a Trace going on, and it does not make any noise.
Apollyon will get to the bottom of the stairs and then look back and just go.
Is like right and bundled up, all taken care of.
So what I'd like you guys to do is just position yourself in your marching order to go down the stairs, please.
Well,
You can't let me go first, man. Come on.
you can if you want. I just figured, you let the guy that's got the advantage on stealth.
Okay.
Go first.
I rolled
You
an
got
natural 20 on stealth. I'm stealthy this time.
You are
You got
definitely
armor, so
stealthy
you're
this
good.
time. Okay.
Alright, let's
Then,
march.
With that in mind, I'm going to move you to the next map.
God damn it.
Scene from Indiana Jones ripping out the heart of somebody.
So as you walk down the stairs, you go down 10 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet. You are going in a northern direction, Vale would know, steadily going downward. The ceilings above you are made of moldy stone, and they rise about 10 feet up on the floor from the floor. The floors are made of cracked tile stone, while the walls are cobbled granite. You come down to a tall central chamber that I'm going to show you now. And when you come to the edge of the stairs, you all kind of pause and look around into the next room. The first thing you all see is that the room is dark. What the hell? What the hell broke that? Can you guys see that all that, or can you just see there?
I can see the room.
You can just see this room.
Like,
yeah.
Okay, for
Well,
some
I can see a section.
Yeah.
Like a little triangle section.
okay. For some reason, my entire map just lit up like a Christmas tree. I have no idea why. So, no worries.
Fog of War is still up.
Okay.
Probably because you're an other planar being and you can see everything.
Probably. But as I was saying, as you come down to the bottom of the stairs, you notice that the entire area here smells of mold and dampness. And the floors seem to be very slick. So slick in fact that Eloise, you kind of come to the edge and you're just looking and you kind of tense a little bit as you looking down at the slipperiness of this floor. The room itself is mostly empty, save for some old, rusty dungeoneering equipment resting against the far wall. To the east, a simple doorway stands slightly ajar. The door itself seems to be kind of wood, but seems to be kind of spongy a little bit as well, and is odd. But it also has a kind of stone-like texture to it. Hard, but it's weird. It's like, you ever felt like faux leather covered foam? It just has that weird stiff but spongy texture. It's odd.
Gross.
I'd like to hold an arrow as an action as the others move forward.
Okay.
Oh, I'll swap out the blazing bowstring for the poison one.
I still have my javelin in one hand at the ready, but
that swapped out already.
I'm going to kind of walk into the room and kind of sweep my vision around to see if I can detect any thoughts within 30 feet.
Yep. 1 second here.
Him and his glowing eyes and billowing cape.
You cannot.
Gonna
Probably too much doors or stone or whatever the hell's down here blocking you. Or there's just nobody in 30 feet.
Yeah, it has to be like 2 feet of stone.
I'm
Probably just nobody around.
Try casting flame arrows on my quiver of crossbow bolts.
Okay, go ahead and pop flame arrow up. This is a fun spell. So as she touches her quiver and imbues it with that magical quality, it now can do an extra 1d6 fire damage.
Came back for the time being.
That's a cool one. I like that.
Okay. Is this a doorway over here to the west?
Yes, that's that doorway that I was saying. It kind of seems like it's just a very odd texture. Not quite stone, not quite not.
Well, can I go up to it and touch it?
Yes, and as I said, it is slightly ajar.
Okay, then I push it open.
Okay. You walk over to the door, and you push it open. I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please. As you push this door open, there at the top, you see this flask fall from the edge of the door down onto you.
Does he not get it? Yeah, he gets advantage.
I was holding an arrow. Can I use that to try and move super high and stop this thing from triggering?
No, Liam.
All right, it was worth a shot.
Yeah, I don't. You wouldn't have a reaction to suddenly just turn and fire. I don't think, unless you have some feat that allows you.
I said I was holding an action. I was assuming the door was a mimic, though, so that's what I was looking for. But
yeah, so you're looking for that. You weren't looking for something to fall. So what did you roll, Apollyon?
I rolled a 9. I'm going to use a lucky point.
Okay, go ahead and do your reroll.
$15.
15 is enough. You jump back as you see this little flask come flying towards you. It explodes against the wall, and it does splash at you a little bit. So let's see here. So you take 7 points of acid damage as a little bit of that acid kind of splashes onto your arm.
Ooh, ow.
It just burns into your skin.
I wish I had caught that.
But I'm going to go ahead and do that. You open the door to reveal a small room about, 15 feet by 20 feet wide, with a hallway leading further to the east and another small door to the north. Similar in style to what you just saw, that odd kind of spongy stone.
Bud, what do your rogue eyes see? Is there anything other that's gonna maybe burn us to death if we were to enter here? Do you see anything here?
You want me to take a look there, buddy? I'll let you go.
Hey there, Anesthetic. How you doing?
After that doorway, I'd appreciate if you would take a look.
I'm like tapping Apollyon on the shoulder. I was like, you know what I mean? Can I take the lead for a second? I'll let you take the lead in just a minute.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm just trying to scout for us.
Yeah. As I kind of step in, I'm gonna like check the immediate area, like this little room here, looking for traps of any kind.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check or investigation check.
Oh shit, out there.
Or that's
Well,
fine.
they're
Yeah.
Natural 28. Doesn't fit. They're both +8, so
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't matter.
Doesn't really matter, but either way, you're looking all about this small 15 by 20 foot room, and you do not see any traps, any sort of push things or anything of that nature. You don't see any traps in this immediate area.
All right, buddy. I think we're okay now. You can give me if I could check the door, or if you want to go down the hallway, it's up to you.
What's this to the north? Is this the doorway here?
Yep, there's a door to the north, and then a hallway to the east.
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll check this because there's no traps. So if you want to go down the hallway, or we can check the door.
Is the door shut to the north?
Yes, it is closed.
Okay, yeah, let's check that first.
Well, yeah,
Go
I'll
ahead.
check to see if
Go
it's
ahead,
locked.
Blood.
Is it locked?
You do not see a lock on it. You push it open, and let's see here. You push it open to reveal another shorter hallway that veers off to the east.
Alright, looks like we got another hallway. It depends on which way you want to go, north or east.
Okay, hold on one second here.
Let's try this long hallway first.
Apollyon.
Clear.
Apollyon. As you crouch down next to Blood, looking at that door as he was examining it, you could sense just at the edge of your range a mind to the north.
Okay. Can I detect any of the surface thoughts of that creature?
I think you have to see it to detect the surface thoughts.
Yeah, I believe so. You can detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see.
Yeah.
But that's...
It says, once you detect the presence of a creature in this way, you can read its thoughts for the rest of the duration as described above, even if you can't see it, but it still must be within range.
Since he did it a different way. But that's the only one he could probably do, yeah.
Okay. Let's see here.
It's like in Minotaur magic,
Interesting.
man.
Yeah, and I think it's been about maybe 4 rounds since I cast it, so it's still within that first minute, right?
It only lasts a minute, you said?
Yeah, I think it's been like 4 rounds since we came down here.
He cast it, didn't he?
You could do it again.
Can't he just keep it going like that?
Well, how long does
It takes 10 minutes to ritual cast.
Yeah, it takes 10 minutes to ritual cast. You have it for a minute. I'm going to say yes. Right now, you do still have it up for the next round. And what you're detecting, the surface thoughts of it actually seem rather vacant. Almost daydreamy, in a way.
Okay.
It seems to be more
dream or daydream?
I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it.
Like REM thoughts, like sleeping?
A little bit, yeah.
So it's like chaotic.
It's just a little bit odd and all over the place. You can hear it. It's almost like static noise a little bit. It's not so much a collection of. He's not like sitting there. I kind of want lunch right now. It's just more of a hum, a latent sense that it's there and it is a thinking creature with not so much on its mind. But does that make sense?
Yes. Okay. Can I use my action to probe deeper into its mind?
Um.
I know the spell description is long.
Yeah, I know. You can probe deeper into this, and it's almost like a vacuous void. It's you can get the sense of commands and orders, and
some slave.
the most present the most present thought that you're able to detect is wait wait patiently and wait patiently. I think is the best way to describe it.
Okay, interesting. I turned to Blood since he was the closest. Where did he go?
Oh, I'm in the hallway. Just
Oh.
right there inside the door.
Okay, so yeah, and I tell him I can. Well, I can sense some sort of being up that way, and I point. But it doesn't seem too intelligent. Not much going on in its head. It's strange. It's almost like it's in some kind of dream or something. Like it's maybe being controlled by another creature or something.
It's possible with this. I mean, we know with these people, they do all that kind of stuff. I mean, we were told things come here and then they leave, obsessed with the dream. But who knows what they have? But he said he's gonna point down the hall, the short hall. He's like, he said it was this way.
To the north, yeah.
And I guess he'll kind of confer with the group as he's kind of point. It's like we're heading this way.
All right.
Yeah, and Tomas and Vale are keep taking up the rear a little bit as you guys start moving forward north down the hallway.
Yes.
You can see Blood as you get to the corner and look out there. Down the hallway, you can see widens a little bit to the east, and you can see the clear edge of a raised lip of marble stone, dark marble from what you can
Like
see. Obviously,
that I can see right here, or I
Yeah.
can see that's what this
that
thing
you can
is.
see what this is right here.
Okay.
A little bit of a raised marble, almost like a few steps, and then a little bit of a raised jut
Like
upward.
a pedestal.
A little bit, yeah, but low. No more than in total than maybe 2 feet in height. You can see to your left there is a little bit of an alcove that has another door, and you can see a doorway down here as well. Oh, and a
Alrighty.
doorway here.
Well, I guess we'll get
Oh
people
no, I'm
further
sorry.
into the hall.
I'm sorry. That's not it. Oh yeah, that is a door. Yeah.
Well, I guess with my range, the light opened up a little bit into here, so I guess okay. So you close it.
Yeah.
So we know it's a door. Well, I'll let people start coming in, and then I'll just say, it's like, I think this is what you're talking about, buddy. And I guess if people want to get up in here, he'll door, like he'll unlock. I guess we'll see if it's trapped. We'll unlock it, and then we'll kind of make our move. If anybody wants to do that.
I'll ritually cast Detect Magic.
So you're sitting down for 10 minutes while everybody's in the hallway, and you're going to cast Detect Magic?
No, I lied.
Just asking.
I'll just follow.
I was like, I'll ask. Was like, do you guys? And he'll whisper, stage whisper. It's like, do you want me to unlock this and then we go in, or what are we doing?
Yeah, check for traps first.
Yeah, he'll check for traps and see if the door's locked, and then we'll go from there.
You do. So you go up to this door or this door?
The first one,
The first
right
door,
here.
okay.
19
You walk-
on that one.
Yep. You walk up to the door and you look it over for traps. With a 19, you don't see any lock whatsoever. There is a knob, as on each of these doors, a little bit of that you can twist and unlatch. But apart from that, you don't see any locks. You're looking around the edges for traps, any sort of your vials or any sort of thing like that, but you do not see any with a 19.
I guess to turn the handle as slowly as possible, would that be like a sleight of hand?
Yeah.
God damn. All right, you guys really got to watch your pockets. That's a 33.
Yeah, with a 33, you can definitely twist that knob as quiet as a mouse and slowly pull it open. Are you like just pulling it open, or are you?
Well, I'll just kind of, I guess, if it pull or push. Can I guess so
It's a pull. It's a pull.
Pull. Yeah, he'll turn it and then he'll pull it just enough to where it's like it could be easily yanked open. And then he's just gonna ask people, "It's like, all right, are we ready to go?" Big guy. That's like he'll point to Liam. He's like, "You might not want to go in first."
So as you kind of open it a little bit and peek around, the first thing that you can see is there is a figure standing to the side of the door.
Like right here.
Like
Or
right
over
there.
here?
Yes.
Okay.
And you look past him. He's just standing there on the edge, standing on the edge of the wall there, leaning up against it, hands to his sides a little bit. You see another one right around here, just kind of glancing over, and it's a figure of a man, but odd, strange looking. He looks human, but his features are twisted and distorted a little. Think like the dude from Goonies a little bit, but
Okay.
more damp and wet and bedraggled. He's seems to be wearing clothes of some type. They're just ratted and torn and very grimy and dingy. And
They look kind of like vacant, like in their expression, kind of like Apollyon was saying. That just seems like it's the mind of whoever he found.
well, with your 33, you're keeping pretty
Oh, yeah.
quiet, and you're just kind of glanced over there. If you're wanting to make a longer look at them, I'm gonna need a stealth check, please.
Oh, okay.
Pass Without Trace is still up, right?
God, wow, that's the second time I've had 25.
Yeah.
Pass Without a Trace is gone, unfortunately.
No, it's
Oh, okay.
That's 10 minutes, or that's like a 30
Yeah, but I
minute-
cast flame arrows.
Oh, well, still,
Yeah.
it's 15.
Yeah,
That's okay.
She's right.
Do you want me to roll stealth also?
Yes, please, since you're standing right there.
Oh, Lord. Might be going. Oh, shit.
18.
Okay. Apollyon's kind of peeking up over your head. I imagine Blood is kneeling there, peeking around the edge, and Apollyon just standing, looming over him. His head peeked around, looking into that gap as well. And you can see them as well. They don't seem vacant insofar as, like, looking up at the sky. Nothing like that. It's more of looking... Their eyes are active and moving around a little bit, but they don't seem to be reactive of the two of you. They're just standing there breathing, eyes moving about, head kind of turns this way and that every so often, but...
Well, then he'll kind of just gently close the gap. Keep the door open, close the gap, and just look at Apollyon. He's like, what do you make of these guys? They don't seem like they're all with it? I mean,
Maybe we should ask them questions.
well, I'm wondering. I mean, do we go in blazing or do we go in soft? And
They don't seem hostile.
well, then, I mean, you are bigger, so I will let you go first, sir. But he's Blood's gonna have his crossbow prepped and ready to go. But he will he goes, and he's gonna just look at everybody else and just kind of hold up 3 fingers and then start counting down, and then he's just gonna kind of pull the door open, or just push it open, I guess, with his finger, just let Polly in. So the door's open, we're in the doorway.
I activate my cape of billowing, and I step in, say, hello.
Heap of billowing.
I'm behind him. Oh, I can't. Oh, there. Now I can see.
Yep, so you open the door wide and Apollyon steps inside, and there you see a group of these men. All of them humanoid. Actually, now that you're kind of looking, there's a few women as well. They're all dressed in similar-ish garbs, all dusty and dirty and disgusting. And the moment you step in with your billowing cape out back behind you, every single head turns directly towards you. And in a unanimous voice, they all screech loudly and lunge forward towards you. So that's a roll for initiative.
Dang.
Get my shot off that I was.
And I only detected one of them in there?
You only detected one as you
were
got.
on the
Yeah,
edge.
when you got closer, you would have noticed that there's quite a few more. But I was also describing a few more. So
Okay.
Oof.
Yep,
Natural
there we go.
20.
It is.
Initiative 25.
Oh, we didn't even have the tracker up yet.
6.
There, okay, we're good. Oh, your
18.
25 did go though. Alright, did you not
Can you
click
roll
on your
for me?
token?
yes, I am.
I guess the shot that I was holding up, I mean, can I let that go or?
Yeah, I'd say if you're holding your action, you can let that
Yeah.
fire.
Well, then I'll just shoot the guy in front. No sharpshooter. We'll just do a regular shot. Oop, turn sharpshooter off. Ooh, I guess. Well, I mean, it's at advantage. I mean, would it just be like a surprise thing, or either a 12 or a 20? It's your choice.
I'm gonna say it's caught off guard by the moment that you fired. So they're all focused on Apollyon. So yeah, you do have your advantage.
Yeah. Well, then 20. If that hits, it will be. Let's see here. 8, 15 plus 11, 26 to this one here in front.
26 points of damage as Apollyon's standing there. Over his shoulder, you just aim and fire and shoot. It goes striking into the man's chest, and he staggers back a little bit, but he's still standing.
Yeah. Well.
All right.
I believe
gonna
you
take out my-
hold action, but
So-
I have 25 on initiative. I forgot to click my character, so I should be going
Oh,
first.
okay. Yes, first.
Just roll again and then change your number.
No, I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah, I
It's
know,
25.
and then you
Take
can-
it.
You can make it a 25. That's
I
how
can
you
fix it. It's fine. So yeah, Liam, you're first in initiative. You're there behind Apollyon and Blood, but you definitely heard that screech.
I hear that screech, and I pull out my flail, and I shout out, "Flame liquor!" And my flail ignites with fire as I jump into the room, and I attack this person and this person. 2 quick attacks with flame liquor, tongue dagger, flail thing. It's gonna be sweet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Boom.
Oh,
Natural 1.
Yep, that's a miss. You come running up, swinging your flail wide, and it just goes right over the head of a little bit of a shorter individual. Your second one comes crashing down, and that's the one that hits.
Would that be on this one then, the one you hit?
Yeah, I assume so.
Flame damage and bludgeoning, 12 points of damage.
It
bonus
smashes into his
action.
head.
Bonus action, I'm going to throw an unarmed strike at the one that I missed.
Go for it.
That'll hit.
25 should hit.
Oh, yeah.
7 points to that one, and I will jump back out of the room with no opportunity attacks. Your next person.
So you punch that guy there, clear in the face, into the dead center of his face. You feel his nose crack underneath your knuckles as the bone of his nose goes shoving up into his brain.
We're the bad guys.
And he falls down dead as you jump away.
And the one that took the 12 points of flail damage?
Still up, looking pretty pissed.
So one guy took 7 damage and crumpled.
Took 26 from me.
12, and
the one that took 7 took 26 from me.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, I'm on the same page now. I'm all like, that's weird, but all right. Apollyon, you're up.
Indeed, he is. Apollyon, what you doing?
Bonus action, I'll go into my rage.
Yeah, you will.
And then I'll use my Scimitar of Speed. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, as part of my rage, I can move up to half my speed. So I'll just take that and just move up a little bit.
As he's moving away, free action blood smacks him on the ass. Says, "Go get him, Tiger."
Free action, table billowing.
Then I'll attack recklessly. Where is that?
Apollyon, is that cape ever not going, honestly?
Oh no, yeah, I'm using that whenever possible. Alright, that's a 26 on my scimitar hit.
Please. Oh yeah, definitely hits.
For a total of 15 damage with my rage bonus.
Is that on this one?
That was on the guy to the south?
Yep, correct.
Okay. So yeah, you slash out with your Scimitar of Speed, just lobbing off the head of this deformed, odd-looking human, and he drops to the ground dead as well.
Alright, I'm going to turn around and use my second attack to attack this guy. Another 26.
Oh yeah, definitely hits.
16 more points of damage.
16 points of damage to that guy there. Second swipe goes crossing up his chest from his hip to his shoulder and leaves a huge welling gash as blood starts pouring down his chest. But he is still up.
Alright, that's all I got for my turn. Take that, jabronis.
If I'm reading reckless attack correctly, don't you get advantage on all attacks for that turn?
Just the first.
It's just
No,
the
actually,
first?
It might be.
no, it is technically on both. So
Did
go
you
ahead
make
and
your
see if you
first-
made that crit.
Yeah, I think it's for both.
Yeah, we always forget about
during this
that.
turn. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually do always forget about that one. Nope, I just keep rolling 16s.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
but you know what? Still a hit. Okay, that's it for your turn.
I believe so.
Next, we come up to the odd-shaped, weird-looking humans. They reach down to their belt, and you notice each one had a mace on their belt. The first one that you just hit, Apollyon, strikes up at you twice with a mace.
Bring it.
A 10, but a natural 20. Thank you. So that's 11 points of damage from the mace.
6
Halved for you. So 5 points of bludgeoning damage to you.
Ow!
Let's see, you're the big guy in front. Every single one of them is staring straight at you. So they're just run towards you. They don't have a lot of intellect, but they see you and they see you attacking, so they're rushing towards you.
I'm gonna use my reaction to go, oh no you didn't!
Okay, so yeah, you're doing that on the one that attacked you?
Yep.
Okay. Absolutely.
I just
That
wish I could
is
see
a
it through
dex
the
save. So that's an 18, so that's a success. So roll that 2d10.
So I take 6 damage.
6 points of damage still. Your flames of, oh no you didn't, hit him. And he's just burnt back. And you see that dusty cloth that he was wearing begin to catch a little bit of flames as he takes 6 points of damage.
Step off, bitch!
The next one, the one that just came charging towards you, he's making 2 attacks. That's a 23 and a 13.
23 hits.
So 4 points of bludgeoning damage taken by half, so 2 points of bludgeoning damage to you.
Ooh, thank you, man. Have another?
Indeed you can. Another one comes running towards you. A 12 and a 17.
Nope.
Nope. Third
Raise
one,
my shield and block.
absolutely you are. Taking that hit once, twice. The last one, the one in the corner, saw you and also saw blood. So I'm going to have him roll a d4. 1 and 2 for Apollyon, 3 and 4 for blood.
Cool.
Polly, that's you.
Let's get it.
Yeah. Eight and 11. You got nothing.
Nothing. Can't hold me down.
That's it for you, buddy. Or for these guys. Blood, you're up next.
Well, he is going to take a shot at the weakened one. Or the one he's seen Apollyon fucking beat on. Not going to be sharpshooter, but he is going to activate the acid bowstring
Okay.
that he put there, so 23.
Definitely hits.
And since he is in melee, he is fucked for Steak. That is 34. Don't you like those nice round numbers?
I really do. I really do. And this one had been just harrying Apollyon, hitting him with his mace, doing tiny bits of damage. And you just kind of wait for that moment when Apollyon's shield is raised up. You take a shot. Poof, it goes slamming through that guy's chest, ripping a nice big hole in his lungs, and he just falls to the ground dead.
Alright, well then, I guess that's another. So there's 3 more left, right? There's this one.
Yep, that's what you can see.
As I say, I didn't see. I was gonna run past, but I didn't see that one at first, just because it looks like the light is half on and then it's half kind of cloudy.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Yeah. So he'll just he's gonna duck back into the room, back into the hallway, so he can let other people fucking do something. So he'll do there, and he'll just roll a quick stealthy hide check here.
Okay.
What does it take? Hopefully this will fucking not be 2 more 5s in a row. 22.
Okay. You slink back into the shadows, pulling your hood over your head, and you are gone. Next we have Tomas's turn. He's going to move up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, just enough to peek his head in, get a clear view of Polly sitting there surrounded by everybody. Let's see. Let's see, how much did I say that was? 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, absolutely. Tomas, he's just running on in and helping his buddy out. So it's 20, 25, 30, 35. He's coming right up there, and his hands are out, clenched in his fist, and he's taking 2 swings. $25 and 12, both hit. Doing 20 points of damage as Apollyon. Sorry, you just you see from behind that tiny halfling scurrying up around you over the body of one of the guys that you just killed, and just starts pummeling into the man next to you. Once, twice, jumping up into the air, punching the guy in the face each time. Both hit 20 points of damage, and Tomas just kind of crouches down and gives you a wink and a kind of gun finger. Because he's that kind of guy.
Finger guns.
Yep, finger guns. That's it for Tomas's turn. Veil is up. Are you with us, Veil?
Yep. So they sent me a screenshot of what it looks like. Am I able to go kind of behind Eloise and get a clear line of sight on anyone?
I'm going to say you'd probably have to move up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, about 30 feet to get some line of sight, because it's kind of an odd bend of a hallway.
Okay. So I'll do that. And, hold on a second. How many are left up? 3?
You can see 2.
But there's one hidden from you.
I'm going to Toll the Dead, one that I can see next to Tomas.
Perfect. Okay. That is a wisdom saving throw. That's definitely a failure, so 17 points of necrotic damage. This giant bell just chimes out into this creature's ears, and everyone can hear it a little bit as you see this man's ears just explode outward in with fountains of blood, and he just falls to the ground dead.
Oh, hey. I just remembered something that I forgot before.
Yes.
I should have been making concentration checks to maintain detect thoughts while I was getting hit.
Well, I think that's probably done by now, wouldn't it be?
No, I've been keeping track of how long we've been down here. We're on like round number 7 out of 10 that it lasts.
Well, if we were in
No, it's fine. Go ahead. God, these are actually going to be pretty easy DCs. Go ahead and make me 2 con saves.
Okay.
Yeah, no sweat. You maintain concentration.
Okay, cool. I just remembered that. I'm sorry.
No, that's good. I appreciate it. That's it for Veil's turn.
Like, when is my barbarian ever going to need to make a constitution save for a spell? Like,
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Eloise. Or actually, Veil, before I move to Eloise, are you going to stay where you are?
I'm going to, as far as I can get out of danger.
Okay, you could move
on the other
10.
side of blood.
Well, you can move to the side of blood, closer to where you came, or you can move to the other side of Liam, for a little bit down the hall.
I'll move closer to where I came.
Okay, there we go. So Eloise, what are you doing?
I guess I'm gonna poke my head in and shoot one of my crossbow bolts, or try.
Okay, go ahead and move your token.
Crossbow bolt.
Yeah.
And don't forget, there should be a tab that if you click it, it'll do the fire damage as well.
Well, a 6 does not hit, I'm going to assume.
Yes, unfortunately, a 6 does not hit. You kind of peek around, aim your crossbow, and fire, and the shot just goes over the head of one of the creatures and impacts into the wall.
And then I'm gonna go eep, and I'm gonna back up. Wait, how many did I move? 1, 2, 3,
Right here. So.
4, 5, 6.
Okay. And now that you're kind of closer to the edge of that, you can see that basin quite a bit clearer. So I'm going to just describe that for you real quick.
The orange dots are torches on the wall, or
Yes, they
levers?
are. They are torches on the wall. You get extinguished torches. You don't see anything from them. What you can see is that the center of that room is dominated by, like I described, an upward carved stone basin, which you can see is filled right now with a green liquid.
Is it giving off any sort of smell?
You'd have to really make a perception check. I'm just telling you what you can see from just moving there.
Okay.
Apollyon
allowed to
whispers,
make
"Don't
one,
drink
or-
the Kool-Aid."
Can I make
Yeah,
a perception
you
this
haven't
turn,
done
or do I wait?
You haven't done a bonus action yet, have you?
No.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
15.
You do catch a bit of a hint of an acrid smell coming from the pool.
Fun. Okay.
Okay. Liam, what you doing?
Liam is going to jump over here, see the situation, jump over here, and then take a swipe at the guy first above him and then below him, north and then south in the order here. So still rocking the flame liquor.
Oh, unfortunately,
Ooh,
both
Those
miss.
are terrible rolls.
Yeah. Unfortunately, 2 10s miss.
All right. Then I would like to unarmed strike towards the guy to my south. Natural 3, natural 2, natural 2, natural 3. I am rolling awesome.
Well, oddly enough, an 11 just hits.
This is sad, but I'll go ahead and click it.
I'd love if your damage is more than what you could. You almost hit more than your actual hit.
10 to the guy to the south of me, and I'll just stay right here for the purposes of fun.
Okay. I dig it. That's it for Liam's turn. Apollyon, what you doing?
All right. I'm gonna use the scimitar speed and attack both of these guys as well. I'll do the one to the north first, and reckless attack. Get that advantage.
Oh, yeah.
That's a 20.
Definitely hits.
An 11 hits him, so.
13 points of damage.
13 points of damage to the guy to the north.
All right, and then the guy on the south. 25.
Oh, yeah, definitely hits.
12 points of damage on that guy.
Okay, both of them are looking pretty hurt as you make 1 slash, 2 slashes with your scimitar of speed. Both are still standing, but they are looking hurt.
All right, I'll use that bonus action for one more attack on the guy on the south.
Sounds good.
25.
Oh, yeah. Roll that beautiful damage.
12 more damage.
Just enough to take this guy out. You slash one more time, lobbing off its head with that scimitar, and he just drops to the ground dead. Okay.
Liam, try to take that last one alive. We need to ask him some questions.
My turn was before yours, man. Tell blood.
Well, I know, but you're the only one near me.
Well, we got the thug's turn. Yeah. So, I'm going to roll a d4 again. 1 and 2 is Apollyon, 3 and 4 is Leah. Apolly. This odd sort of humanoid looks at you and goes, and he swings at you twice with his mace. 21 and 11.
Swings at me or Apollyon?
And Apollyon.
Yeah, 21 hits.
Okay. 5
Does he have 2 attacks, though?
He has 2 attacks.
Because they should be at advantage to hit me.
Ah, okay then. Thank you for pointing that out. So that was his first attack on you. So we're going to go ahead and roll his
2 points of bludgeoning.
2 points of bludgeoning damage. Make the second attack with the mace. 17 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay. The second mace smashes down against your shield, and you just parry it back effortlessly.
Also make that Constitution save.
Okay, perfect. That's it for the thug's turn. Blood, what are you doing?
Well, are we trying to keep him alive? If I could do something to try and keep him alive, you know what? No, Blood's just gonna kill him. He's just gonna get up there, just pretty much just almost point the fucking crossbow over Apollyon's shoulder, like point blank fucking range. No poison on this one, just a regular shot. But I guess would he? I mean, since there's so many people around, would he get advantage on that?
Probably. Actually, no, you wouldn't because everything is between you and them. There's nothing behind.
Well, a 12.
Yeah, a 12 still hits though.
That's just the first.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's still 25 points of damage though.
Okay, Blood. Tell us how this looks.
I think he didn't hear fucking Apollyon say this to Liam, so he just kind of just strolls in, just pretty much just points the crossbow right over his shoulder and just almost point blank range, just fucking blows. Like I guess it's a force bolt. He probably pops this guy's head.
Probably. I imagine it. Imagine when you got a pitted olive with a pimento and you just squeeze it and the pimento
or at least
squirts
he
out.
blows the flesh off.
Yeah, that's definitely what this looks like.
But yeah, he's definitely it's not pretty.
Yeah. And as the thing falls down to the ground, the last of the creatures lie dead at your feet, and you kind of all look at yourselves.
I say, good teamwork. Oh, wait. We didn't want to kill that guy.
Yeah, sorry about that. Next time. Promise.
And
I think find out what's going on here. We gotta question some of them.
I think that's actually an excellent place to end things for this evening.
We are such bad people.
But to everybody watching,
bad people. How is that bad?
I know.
So, from everyone watching this evening, thank you for your support. We'll hope to see you next Monday. Have a great evening. Good night, everybody.
Peace.
Are these all? They're all like humans.